Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's. Welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
We going up on a Tuesday. No More Black Tears podcast. We back in the building one more again. Season C's Verteezy, Mr. DJ Rose. We back in the building, man, fellas, man. Y'all feeling good like I'm feeling good, or y'all all right?
I'm alright. I'm feeling nice.
All right, that's what it do, man. Man, we do it for the people, man. We do it for our people, man. What's going on?
Hey, man, so there was two things that kind of intertwine, y'all. It was on the Joe Budden podcast, they was talking about, having to cut family off. Is family one of those things where they're above reproach, where no matter what they do, they don't get cut off? Then on a separate platform, Mark Ruffalo, for those who don't know, the person who plays the Hulk in the Avengers franchise, in the Marvel franchise, he was talking about how, this past presidential election with Donald Trump getting elected and a lot of the political, rhetoric that's been going on, he's had to cut off friends because of some of their political views, and that being something that he thought they was their friends, but because their views were so much more different than his, like he realized they never really could have been friends because of those views. C's, what's your thoughts on both of this? Because are there situations where you would cut off friends and family, and there's always that sensitive subject about politics and friendship and family?
First to start off, man. Everybody can be cut off. It's no like, oh, I can't leave them. Like, nah, somebody murders somebody. You just gonna excuse it or some shit, or they do something so foul to you, like you can how's the phrase go? Forgiven but not forgotten.
Yeah, you can forgive but not forget.
So I mean, like people deal with that every day. So I mean, nobody's above reproach, man. Like you can cut them off, and it's like some people you literally gotta put on arms length. It's like, yo, I can't. I still love you. You my brother, my sister, cousin, whatever, friend, whatever, your family. But love, there's people you love at a distance, man. You can't deal with them. And when it comes to like this politics shit, man, really, bro, y'all preach this a lot, man, especially on this show, man. Local, like the local shit is really what day is really what affects you immediately. So like the big picture shit, yeah, it matters, but the local shit's really where it matters. But if you can't have a conversation with somebody, man, like yes, everybody has that person that they know that's like they're an asshole or they're like so belligerent with some of their beliefs. It's like, yo, I can't fuck with this. Like the shit you saying or the shit this motherfucker that you support, I can't rock with it. It's like some, whether it's Trump, Hillary Clinton, like, yeah, that one person. But I mean, we arguing about fucking politics, really? This is what's causing us to have issues is fucking politics, But I mean, I kind of agree with that phrase back in the day. What was it? It was, 3 things you don't speak of at dinner or when you first meet somebody: religion, politics, and I forgot the third one.
Yeah, I would say this, like, I've always kind of felt like this even when I was in high school. Like, that whole family shit, that shit don't mean nothing to me in the sense of just because we're related by blood, don't mean I'm just gonna let you just treat me and abuse me any kind of way. Like I know people who have mothers and fathers who treat them like shit, and they be like, "Well, that's my mom, that's my dad. I can't like just say fuck them." I'm like, no, fuck that, man. If you got someone that's not there for you and they're not for you, and they always just mistreating you, man, fuck that shit. Cause we human beings, we not dogs. Like even dogs, if you continue to mistreat them, they'll even bite the hand that feed them, bro. Like if you just continue to mistreat them, So all that, man, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my sister. Nah, you can get cut off if you are putting yourself in a situation where you are being a detriment to my mental health, my physical health, or just myself in general. I think the politics part is very interesting because like I've had conversations with people and I've always kind of had this conversation with C's because it's all because both of us being black men, we've always had this conversation about, Kanye West kind of said that like niggas still on the plantation because they still just want to vote Democratic or whatever. As if black people can be Republican. I don't have no issue if you align with a certain political party. The issue arises when those policies or those beliefs of that political party or that political candidate, to be honest, starts infringing on my right to exist. So like me as a black man, the last couple of years, for people who are like Trump supporters, like the diehard Trump supporters, knowing that some of the stuff he believes in is detrimental to your black friends, I don't really understand how you can really have black friends if you feel comfortable voting for this this political candidate. Like you can make the argument, well, I wanted to keep my job, I wanted groceries to be cheaper, I wanted this, but you understand that part of this person's agenda is racist rhetoric that's aimed at a particular community. It's the same way, for Hispanics, for the LGBT community, for a lot of these other different communities being affected, even for women, and the issues they're dealing with. Like when we start going to stuff like that, that's when it's like, it's not even about your political affiliation. Because I've had this conversation with, TJ and other people, like when it came to Trump, there was other people the Republicans could have nominated that I would have felt like was a sufficient candidate for the party, to be honest. But it was like y'all chose to nominate this person who's like, we kind of see what he stands for, and more importantly, we see the people that are standing behind him. So I do feel like when we start getting to that kind of aspect where it's like you start having conversations with some of these people and you start realizing how they truly feel about groups of people, especially marginalized groups of people, it do kind of make me have to look at you and be like, yo, you're not the person I thought you was. Because to Mark Ruffalo's point, there was people who basically felt like the slaughtering that was going on in Gaza was not wrong. And they did not recognize them as people, and they did not recognize them as basically being slaughtered. Yeah, like if you're someone who just can see genocide happening anywhere in the world, and your mindset is like, those ain't real people, which, for full disclosure, for those who are keeping politics, they're all political speaking heads who have said that about some of these people that are being slaughtered in some of these countries, that those are not real people and they don't recognize their existence. Yeah, at that moment, we probably do not align morally to the point we can be friends. Because I'll say this right here. If you're someone that think it's okay to fuck with little kids, you ain't someone that need to be around me personally. And I've been very consistent about that. Like, if you think it's okay to fuck with minors, I don't need you around me. And I'm not talking about minors in the sense of, hey, she was 16, but she looked 19 or 20. No, I'm talking about this is a child, and it's a child. Nah, I don't need that kind of energy around me.
Yeah, so anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? That's a saying that, shout out to BG, shout out to the Cash Money, No Limit. He say, I don't discriminate at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. I don't discriminate at all. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. So it's like when it comes to like, it's all about respect, I think. It comes down to respect. Like, you respect me, I respect you. And I always come back to kindergarten rules, you know what I'm saying? Rules that we was taught as young children, kindergarten, first grade. Treat people how you want to be treated. I know y'all tired of hearing me saying this though, but treat people how you want to be treated, and then everything else will fall in place. So it's like, if you treat me like crap, but then I can't cut you off, or you treat me with respect, then okay, then you go be on the team. But you know what I'm saying? But you just can't keep like spitting in people's face, like when Carter spit in Dak's face or spit on his jersey. Like, he got kicked out of the game, right?
Yeah.
Or was he was allowed to stay on the field though? Wasn't he? No, he got kicked out of the game. So it's the same thing in life, because that was real life, a situation, and it's the same thing in real life. So it's like you got to give respect to get respected. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So if you disrespecting people and things like that, and that sort of end, then you can't expect to not get put in a certain place or a certain space. You know what I'm saying? And with the politics and things like that, you know what I'm saying? Them people and we people and all that other stuff, like.
Talk about who is them people and we people and all that other stuff. I just want to be very clear. Who is them people?
Them people, Democrats.
Okay.
And people, Republicans.
I'm just making sure we ain't talking about them people. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so.
Them, they.
Yeah, so them and rim, you know. So it's like, all my life as my voting, I can say I always voted Democrat. There has been times I voted for some like local elections. I might have voted Republican or whatnot. Man, shout out to Brian Kemp. I ain't vote for him, but I ain't mad that he won. And the only reason I didn't vote for him because I wanted to see a black woman be the first governor of Georgia.
Ditto.
Stacey Abrams. But I'm glad she didn't win. I'm very glad she didn't win because Brian Kemp has treated me and all my fellow coworkers and all my other people very well.
Brian Kemp was what we call in the black community, man, that's good white folk.
Yeah, so it's like people, yeah, we vote for just certain things, but that's because that's the way we was raised, and because when old folks are telling you need to vote, and then your parents and old folks are telling you need to vote for this person, because when you turn 18, you ain't know who to vote for. Your parents told you need to vote for this person, or your uncle told you, or your auntie told you, your grandma told you need to vote for this person, and you did what they told you to do. Now, as you grow older, you get your own opinion, you get to research and do other things, and you can reach out and do whatever you want to do. But when you get older, when you're younger, when your parents and your grandparents and your aunties and your uncles and the neighborhoods are telling you things, and you're like, man, I don't believe what you telling me. I know better. I know everything. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing. I wasn't like that, but you know how people are. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. I know everything. But then when you get older, you start realizing, like, dog, what them old folks were telling me, they were telling me some real spill. And they might not always have been right, but 75% of the time, they know what they be talking about. So, and that's how I feel about that. But all I can say is always do your research. Whatever you vote for or whoever you vote for, do your research. It's early voting season now for local elections, for commissioners and things like that in the CSRA and locally. Do your research, vote who you want to vote for, but also listen to the people. And also, we also have to get some of these old folks out of these seats and out of these seats. Yeah, we got to get some. We got to get some young blood, but we can't get. And the thing about it is, like, I hate to say this, like, when we are getting, some of the old people are getting, it's mostly women that's getting into those seats. Men, we need y'all to step up and start getting into some of the seats, especially some of the black men, because like Yeah, a black woman is cool to get in some of these seats, but I ain't gonna say it. One of y'all, go ahead, y'all.
I will say this, man. To dive deeper into the Joe Budden comments about basically family getting cut off, because it wasn't necessarily family transgression against you, Season Rose. So let me kind of play to devil advocate to what Joe was trying to say. So you got a family member, child, brother, sister. They come out. They're part of the alphabet community. Like, do you still fuck with them? Like, how does that work for you, C's?
Okay, proximity matters. The proximity matters because it's like, okay, and then it's gonna be hypocritical. It's gonna sound fucked up. A friend, I'd probably cut off. Be like, let's just say all of us in a group and we got a homeboy. Let's just say one of our homeboys ends up coming out.
MGH tomorrow says I'm gay.
You still bro, but I'm looking at you funny now. You know what
Why?
I mean, because it's like
They do something to you?
now. No, it's now. It's like the whole time. It's like the whole time, bro. Really, man.
Maybe he changed his mind.
Nigga, you ain't know. You knew, like nigga, you knew.
No, you don't know. That's like you saying. That's nature versus nature. So what you believe in?
Nah, motherfucker. There's something in there.
So that's still your homeboy?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I'm getting at. You don't look at them at what they do. You look at them as a person. It's just like, yo, so I'm trying not to name names, but a family member of mine, that's just them. You ain't look at it no different. It's like that's always who they been to you. It's like, yo, that's auntie, or hey, that's that's who it is, and you don't really look at it. It's like you might not agree with the shit, but that's always what they've. Since you've known them and you grew up with them, that's what the fuck they did. So does it really change?
But I have a cousin that he came out as gay. He's a little bit younger than me, but I didn't know he was gay. I found out he was gay when I'm not adult with kids. I'm like, he's gay? No, he's not. Like, and they was like, oh yeah, he's gay. Like, I was like, yeah, but he's gay. He was at a gay club. He was at a club. I looked it up, and it was a gay club. And I'm like, and I'm talking to one of my brothers, and it's like, oh yeah, he's gay. And I'm like, and he was like, nah, what? And we're talking like, oh yeah, we didn't know.
Okay, so you don't have an issue with it. You technically still will be their homeboy. So let's just say your child, your homeboy, your homegirl, your brother, your sister, they gay, they finna get married, have a gay wedding. Y'all attending?
Yeah.
You attending? Sage, you attending?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Case by case basis.
Okay, your sister.
Yeah,
Hell no.
Is there a reason why?
It kind of goes back to the shit. It's like, motherfucker, you knew this whole time, really? Like,
So
what that got to do with you?
Because I can tell you.
It's just like,
because I can tell you why I'm not going. I can tell you why
I don't support that. I don't support it, really.
Okay.
Because I'll make it very clear. I can't go because I just know when I go to heaven, God gonna look at me some type of way like, yo, you went to a wedding knowing that I'm against this. Now I can't. Like my religious beliefs would not allow me to go to that wedding. Like I would send a gift and be like, y'all have a happy whatever y'all want to call it, but I just couldn't go because of that. You said something about murdering C's. Like, so if one of your friends convicted of murder, you ain't fucking with them no more?
Circumstantial.
Free dirt. The murderer.
Is this motherfucker serial killer? Like, come on. If one of us is a serial killer, you gonna cut the motherfucker off, of course. You find out, be like, hey, this nigga's
It depends who we killing. It depends who we killing.
If it was my homeboy and I found it wasn't my homeboy, but it was a guy I went to college with. But it wasn't my homeboy. I got introduced to him, but he turned out to be the rapist of Georgia Southern.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it wasn't my homeboy, but it was like, dog, I did business with him, played basketball with him, all kind of stuff like that. I thought he was an okay guy, but he turned out to be the rapist of Georgia Southern. And like, would I fool with him again? No, but that wasn't my homeboy though.
Yeah, true.
But I knew him, but I didn't. So no, I'm not messing with him no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like sexual assault, messing with kids is a hard, firm line for all of us. But like murder ain't one of those lines, man. Because I don't know what you could have got an argument with a nigga. This nigga could have been beefing with you. Like it could just be what it is. It is what it is, or whatever.
I mean, it's the difference between killing somebody and being a serial. When people say serial, like this motherfucker has a track record of killing multiple people or doing certain things. Like, hey, this nigga is a serial rapist, or you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
They could just be a vigilante. They could be the Punisher.
Yeah.
Like I fuck with the Punisher if he was a real person. That'd be my homeboy.
But my thing is like, it would actually have to be somebody that I grew up with or I did dirt with. You know what I'm saying? For me to actually stand by his side. But technically, you could tell somebody they wrong. You could say he was wrong or she was wrong and still stand by their side.
Yeah, you can.
So it's like it would have to be somebody that was really, really close to me for me to be like, I'm still riding with him. Yeah, he did some messed up stuff or she did some messed up stuff, but I'm still rolling like it was one of my kids or something like that. And they did something messed up.
Your kid killed someone else's kid.
Yeah,
you met that parent and that parent was crying.
Yeah, I'm still riding with my kid. I'm still riding with my short. I'm still riding with my dog. But yeah, I might not agree with what they did, but
would you feel comfortable riding and led to the judge asking for
yes.
Okay.
Yes, off top. Yes.
Off top?
Yes, off top. I ain't even gotta think about it.
Okay.
It goes back to the phrase I said like 2 episodes ago. Maybe a son of a bitch, but that's my son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He might be a motherfucker, but that's my motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of them things. I will say this, with family and friends that you've done dirt with, been around, been friends with for a long time, and I can't say in all cases because I've had friends that I've been friends with for 20 plus years, and I got friends that I've been with friends for 4 or 5 years, but the relationships are just as deep, just because shit we've been through together. So, what the fuck was my point? My bad for getting off track. My point was, you're a little bit more lenient with these relationships versus somebody you just met.
Yeah.
Like you meet somebody, you get a new coworker, that's your dog. Y'all niggas is, like this. Turns out this motherfucker does something foul. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, man, fuck that dude.
Yeah, I ain't fooling with him.
Like, fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Versus you and Mr. Johnny been working together for like the last fucking 15 years and he done covered shifts for you and vice versa. It's like, hey, Mr. Johnny does talk kind of fucked up to the interns.
Oh, you mean like how them niggas have white friends that be saying racist shit and they be like, man, but he been good to me though. He been good to me.
I really don't.
Mr. Johnny, good white folk. Y'all need to chill out. He's
the
good
only
white
time
folk.
I really rock with
you probably know some of them.
The only time I really rock with this shit like that is like, okay, it was a video of this black dude works with a bunch of Mexicans and it's like one white dude. And they all do racist jokes, but it's all even because like they all literally like crack on each other. It's not like
Black people can't be racist though.
No, I'm saying like, you know what people say when people say racist jokes. You know what the fuck they mean. But I mean, it's no malice behind the jokes versus the white boys at the job.
It's a double entendre.
Gotta be saying shit, smiling in your face, but really calling you nigger.
Yeah, that's a double meaning. So let me wrap it up with these last 2 questions. So the first one, I asked this to a friend, and they gave me an interesting answer. So I want to know what y'all answer would be. You got a sibling, your sibling kills one of your friends. Like kills one of your friends. They killed the friend. They admit they killed the friend. They killed the friend over some bullshit. Are you willing to go to court and point at your sibling and be like, that nigga right there? Or are you willing to watch your sibling get off and your friend basically never get, justice for being murdered by your sibling?
It depends on the relationship.
If this is your homeboy, this is your homeboy.
No, I'm talking about depending on the relationship with the sibling.
How about this? I'll make it easy for y'all.
Yeah.
Real life siblings. So whatever your relationship with your sibling is at this moment.
Wrong, man.
Yeah, I'm not snitching on either one of my brothers. Yeah. No matter what, I ain't snitching on either one of my brothers.
Wrong is wrong. It would suck for that shit to have to be like that fucking close. It's like, motherfucker, you could have shot somebody else, nigga, like somebody we don't know.
But it could have been an accident. And then,
no. In this situation, they was just on some bullshit. Y'all was chilling, and your brother or sister decided to say, "Man, fuck this shit." And the next day, they got a gun. They planned a murder of your friend.
Oh yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, I ain't snitching on neither one of my brothers.
Strong facts.
I ain't snitching on neither one of my brothers. The people they go have to do their job.
They gonna do their job. What about you, see?
They go have to do their job. The people go have to do their job. I ain't snitching.
Damn sure ain't gonna be around that person. I'll tell you that.
So you ain't rolling over?
Unless it was some extreme circumstances where I'm getting caught up in it. In self-preservation, I might have to save myself. Fuck.
But you ain't got nothing to do with it.
You ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just, do you want to just see that your homeboy gets avenged?
Yeah, justice.
You know, so your sister / brother murders Mia Rose for no good reason, and they don't have no remorse for it. Do you want to see that justice is served?
I ain't snitching. I think justice has a way of being served in multiple different ways. It doesn't have to be through the court. So, hey, I'm going to let karma, life, God decide.
I love my brothers, man. I love my brothers to death, man. I take a bullet for both my brothers, but hey, y'all going to have to sit down and do that time, man. Y'all going to sit down and do that time.
Going to get caught anyway, man.
I'm going to point that finger and be like, it was that nigga right there. Last question before we move on. Have you had a situation where you had to cut a friend or family member off, and what happened? Sees?
Yeah. Disagreement with shit, you know. I ain't like the way they were treating me and the shit they did. I'm not really trying to get too deep personal with it, and then like family is just like.
You ain't gotta say no names.
Say names.
I don't like the way you fucking talk to me. It's crazy. It's always one sided with the shit. You can say whatever fuck you want, but as soon as I have my opinion, you basically treat me like shit, and I'm not fucking calling you. 2 weeks later, the motherfucker's calling me. You called me. I ain't delete your number, but you fucking called me and try to act like nothing fucking happened. I told you about it. But you ain't fucking changed behavior till now, so yeah, you cut people off all the time. This shit happens, man. Family, friends, both. Like I just didn't talk to the nigga for a fucking year or two. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's not really cutting off. That's just putting somebody in timeout. Like,
we reconciled, so it was like they were like damn near dead to me. Like if you ask me about it, I'll be like, oh yeah. That's who blah, 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 blah. But as far as contact, it wasn't no happy holiday, no happy birthday. It was like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, man, I ain't had no family members I had to cut off. I've always had family members that I did not have a close relationship with. And it was kind of like what Rose said. They might have been a timeout. Like, if they hit me up, I hit them back. But it's never been like a hard cutoff because they ain't really done nothing to me, but they've had ways that I didn't like. As far as friends, yeah, I've had a friend that I've had to cut off. Like, we was really tight in high school. We was tight our college years and close like that. We used to do a whole bunch of stuff together. And just honest and truthfully, man, that motherfucker just like fucking with young girls. Like, that's just the honest truth, man. I wish that nigga no harm. I hope he doing well in his life. But that nigga just like fucking with women. He used to bring me around hoes. There was just, even when we was in our early 20s, that I just felt like was just too young for us to be around. And that's just for me personally, my character as a man, what I stand on as a man, my principles, I'm not with that shit. I can't condone that shit. I can't even be around that type of shit. So I just I don't fuck with that nigga.
Yeah, I had put plenty of people on timeout, but I ain't never cut nobody off completely. And I know I can do it, but it would have to take something long and strong. You know what I'm saying? BBC, long and strong.
You mean the British Broadcasting Channel? British Broadcasting Channel.
So long and strong like a BBC. for me to cut somebody off, but as a family member, but you know what I'm saying. But no, but plenty of people done been in timeout, and plenty of people done got dropped off.
What's
You know
the
what I'm
longest timeout you've had, and why was they in timeout for so long?
One of my homeboys was in timeout because he accused me of stealing something from him.
Did you steal it?
No.
Okay,
Like I
cool.
said, accused me of stealing something from him, and like, so he.
Did you take that $2?
I'm like what?
Who the fuck took my lighter, bro? You took my damn lighter. I left it in your car, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You know, it do hurt when you gotta cut friends and family off, man. You know, that can cause a lot of tears, man. You know, moving on to TNT, y'all.
Tears or no tears, Dynamite.
Woo! So we start off on a somber note, man. You know, artist D'Angelo, many hit songs, passed away. Actually, not like just a few months ago, Angie Stone passed away, and they have a child together. C's, what's your thoughts?
Definitely tears, man. It's a lot of artists that don't have a huge body of work, but the shit they have come out with makes
Timeless.
them such timeless, and they're just such a titan in the game. So I mean, we're literally seeing our legends and our, okay, I did like one quote. He said, "How do you want to be seen when you pass?" He said, "As an ancestor." And I'm like, damn, okay, I get it. It was a good quote. I mean, we're talking about D'Angelo, man, like just the track record. So like, I'm a fan of the I forgot the name of the group, but it's like the Clemenide, not the Clemenide, but the Phonics or some shit. They had a group, super group. It was like Jay Dilla, Erykah Badu, Raphael Sadiq. It was a bunch of different. They had a whole collective and like just creative minds, and they all came like these same people used to go on tour together, used to sleep on each other's couches and cars and go on tour, and probably done did dirt together and other things. So I mean, very sad and unfortunate.
Yeah, I got tears too because like every time I take my shirt off and look in the mirror, all I see is how. Yes, that's all I see is D'Angelo. Like why I don't look like that? Like why I don't look like that? Like, and then when I'm working out, like that's every man's. You know what I'm saying? When you working out in the gym, like you picture D'Angelo, that video. Every hole in the world went crazy. Like you picture that, like I got to get my chest, my stomach, my groin like that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be seen in D'Angelo's light. You know what I'm saying? Let him rain upon us. You know what I'm saying? Tears. You know what I'm saying? Let the dogs fly.
Yeah, man, I got huge tears, man. Like, Lady, I love that song. I remember hearing the song Untitled, which also goes by How Does It Feel? That's probably my favorite D'Angelo song, to be honest, man. Like you're talking about somebody with a great voice, somebody who really could sing, somebody who had wonderful music. And then when I got older and found out that he had a child with Angie Stone, who I love her music, yeah, I also have tears for their child together because I can't even imagine losing both your parents in the same calendar year because we cover Angie Stone, the legendary Angie Stone's death this year. So this is very sad. And lastly, man, I didn't even know he was sick with pancreatic cancer. When I saw that, I was like, yo, that's crazy, man. That's how Chadwick Boseman passed away, man. So that was even crazier because we just don't know what some of these people are suffering with behind the closed doors. So yeah, big tears. Talking about pancreatic cancer, let's talk about people with prostate health. So there was a study that came out that said if you ejaculate 21 or more times a month, it decreases your odds for prostate cancer. C's, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, I ain't got no tears. I have heard that before. That you don't use it, you lose it. Type shit. I mean, it's probably some truth to it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I got tears on the situation because I went and did some biometric testing on Monday. Blood pressure was high, and I'm like, dog, I'm doing the work. I'm taking my medicine. I'm doing the work. Blood pressure was still high. You know what I'm saying? Then that was today's Tuesday, so that was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Checked it yesterday again, yesterday afternoon. It went down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Then, had a talk to my old lady today. She got off work and she was like, "What I need to do to help you with your blood pressure?" I said, "I can tell you what you need to do. This is what you need to do." She did it. Afterwards, I checked my blood pressure and it was normal. If you know, you know.
Yeah, man. I got tears of laughter, man. I think this is funny, even though this is serious, because it just shows that, men, everything is surrounded by our nuts, man. Because, hey, get some pussy, dogs. Like, hey, man, my niggas get some pussy, or just jack your dick off, man, if you want to make sure you're in well health, man. So I definitely feel like some men are basically in low risk for this, and there are some, in the words of I can't think of her name. She just got fired from Fox, though. Joy Taylor. There are some non-pussy getting men. They are at high risk of basically having prostate cancer. So there was a Lakers fan that said when LeBron came out with the decision two, real quick when LeBron made the decision two, what did y'all think he was going to say?
I thought he was about to say this is the last year.
That'd have been fire if he did that, though.
What you thought he was going to say, Rose? You
Yeah.
thought you knew it was commercial, or you thought he was going to say some serious shit?
No, I thought he was gonna retire. I thought he said this is my last year because he said it already in the summertime. But it's like people forget that he said it, or maybe it was AI.
Yeah. So I will say this. There was a lot of fans who thought that, and y'all thought that, and it's fair for this fan to thought it. This fan thought he was going to retire, so he went out his way, bought a ticket for LeBron's last game in Cleveland this year because he was trying to jump the prices because he thought that would be an iconic moment because that's where LeBron from, where he from that area, and he played for that team for so long. When LeBron came out and said that he was going to be partnered with Hennessy, he said, "Nah, man." He thought I was wrong, and he's suing LeBron. I got tears of laughter, man, because it's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Either sell the ticket and get more money for, because bro, you're gonna be able to make at least 5 times the money for that ticket, bro. There's niggas in Cleveland that's gonna pay 5 times that amount for that ticket, or just go to the game and enjoy watching the King play back in his home area. But nigga, you doing too much right now, nigga. Nigga was doing a whole little video and talking and sounding all sad. Shut up, bro. Y'all motherfuckers make me sick. Y'all try to sue these famous people over any motherfucking thing nowadays.
Yeah, man. I ain't got no cheers, man. Sit your whole self down, man. Use the hoe. You the hoe of the week. Come on to the table. Come on to the table. Use the hoe. Get on the table and start dancing, hoe. Because use a hoe. No tears for you. And I hope you don't get no money. And I hope you got to pay for his lawyer fees, your lawyer fees, and pay for the time I spent watching that TikTok of you.
No tears, man. That case is gonna get thrown out real quick, man. Real quick. You know why he's so mad? Because it's a fucking Cavaliers tickets. That's why he's mad. He's mad because it shit's in Ohio. That's why he's so fucking mad.
But Cavaliers is one of the best teams last year. They were number 1 seed last year.
So they could probably be a good team this year. Not only are you going to see LeBron and Luka, you're going to get to see Donovan Mitchell.
Yes, sir. And you might see Coco in the stand. You might be able to sit next to it.
You never know, man. Hey, so back to some somber news. There was a black woman who had 4 kids. She murdered 2 of them in the back seat of her car. The other 2, she critically injured. From last time I checked, they're doing fine. They was in the hospital, and they're doing fine now. Apparently, she heard voices, and she said those wasn't her kids. Those was like demons. Um, I got tears, man, because we don't really fully talk about how mental health and mental issues is so rampant, not just in the black community, but especially amongst black women who have kids and all the stress they deal with. Because there's a lot of stories like this of women harming their kids because they just thought that wasn't their kids, or being so stressed out because of lack of sleep. I've seen stories of women putting newborns in ovens. So this is definitely sad. This is why you you need a strong two-parent household, and not just a two-parent household. Roseanne sees, you need a village, man. You need grandparents, you need aunties and uncles, because it takes a lot to raise some of these kids nowadays, man. So definitely big tears for the two kids who lost their lives.
Yeah, man, I got tears too, man, because man, I feel sorry for the kids that lost their life, but man, if they daddy would have been there to knock her upside her head a couple of times, maybe he would have gotten her mind right.
Just Donkey Kong her.
Yeah, then she would have been straight. She would have known like
It would have been like Ike said, like Tina be walking around so sad.
And then I smack her up a couple of times, and now she's straight. That's what. See, we need more daddies in the house to smack some of these hoes up, because these hoes are delusional. We need some of this. We got hoes hitting us up talking about, oh, the government shut down, and I need some money. Oh, you ain't even got no job.
When they selling pussy become a federal job.
Like, the government shut down got me hurting. What? Your drinks ain't got no money? Like, hold on now. You need to get pop, 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 pop.
Damn. Hey, good way to turn the somber news into you gotta laugh to keep from crying, man. Yeah, this shit's crazy, man. You hear stories every so often about, a mother taking the life of a kid. Really, what I'm worried about is the two surviving kids. They gotta live with that trauma of, seeing their siblings be taken out by their own mom. She's alive, right?
Yeah, she's locked up.
Surprised she ain't trying.
Then they went to her house and found all kind of scams and all kind of stuff. Scammer and all. See, if a man was in the house, it would pop, 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 pop.
Talking about a woman and a man. So
shut up, black.
Recording artist, Saweetie, rapper, singer, couple hit songs, and she's dated other celebrities. Apparently, she's in the news. So a woman came out claiming to be her madam. For those who don't know what a madam is, it's basically a female pimp. Claiming to be her female pimp, and making connections with her and other very powerful and rich men in the industry. And she basically was just going on dates with these men and, just being honest, we all grown, probably sucking and fucking these niggas too. Well, apparently one of the men she formed a relationship with. And the madam came out and said, well, you owe me my money, bitch. Like, don't make me post the receipts and stuff like that. You done ran off this nigga and you ain't giving me my money for hooking y'all up together. C's, what's your thoughts on this situation?
Yeah, no tears, man. It's part of the game, You're stable. The horse, one of your horses got loose, man. Ran off, Shit, just drop him. You want to ruin somebody? Just drop the fucking information. Fuck it. You already lost. Like, you're not about to fucking extort me for some shit I did, that I know I did. Fuck that, Fuck you too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I got tears, man, because it's a you know what I'm saying? No Limit and Cash Money is about to have a versus battle. I remember when Master P remixed the song from E40, and he said, "Captain Save a Hoe, don't," and then 3-6 said, "Don't save her," and then Saweetie went and saved this hoe, and niggas out here saving hoes saving niggas. Man, I got tears, man, because I'm from Memphis, man. Making easy money, pimping hoes is serious. So when she said you're supposed to pay her money, sweetie, please pay her money, sweetheart. Or it's go. I can't wait to. Please don't pay her the money so we can find out. We want the list. Was Quavo on the list? Was Quavo on the list? Because she tricked him too. And it sounded like she sucked Offset off too. Offset denying it though. But we want to know. We want to know. And I know Juice Man want to know how much was it.
In the words of the great philosopher, Rihanna, bitch better have my money.
Yes.
Like, that's pretty much what the madam said to you, sweetie. Like, hey, you better have my money, man. I'm not even surprised by this shit. I feel like most of these industry whores, let me repeat, most of these industry whores, from her to JT to Young Miami, to a lot of these whores that bitches look up to nowadays. Cardi. The reason why so many regular black bitches love these bitches, because they basically y'all. They just fucking with a way higher clientele. So instead of fucking with that mechanic or that nigga at the post office or that nigga at Walmart or whatever, or that manager at Popeyes, they can only give you $40 to $120. They fucking with niggas who's giving them hundreds and thousands of dollars, man. That's the only difference, man. But this just shows you ain't nobody above selling that pussy. Everybody got a price. So, like, if you didn't think that, Saweetie, Glorilla, and all these other hoes and Cardi B pussy wasn't for sale, you see Cardi B busting it open for goddamn Stephon Diggs and allowing this nigga to have other whores, because guess what, Offset? Your bag just wasn't big enough for you to do all that shit. Stephon got hundreds of millions of dollars because he's in the NFL, man. So, yeah, man, I ain't got no tears, man. This is some shit that I hope y'all whole see this and understand. Y'all ain't no different than these other whores.
Yeah, and it's Tuesday. On Friday it goes for 40. So since it's Tuesday, it must go for 20. What's wrong with these hoes?
What's wrong with them? Yeah, moving on to what's wrong with these hoes. So there was this woman who had a date scheduled with this man. They were supposed to go to the movies. The man decided he didn't want to go to the movies no more. He had some other stuff he wanted to do. So he canceled on her. She said, well, can I get the tickets at least? He was like, yeah. He sent over the tickets to the movie because he had already bought the tickets. It was 2 tickets. She then hit him up asking for money to spend at the movies to buy snacks and other stuff. Yo, Jose, what's wrong with these hoes?
What's wrong with them? I'm gonna pass it, man.
You gonna pass it to me? Okay. So Mr. Rose, you with the PhD, Pippin Hoes diploma. I don't know what's wrong with him, because she done bumped her head. And what he should have did was like, yeah, okay, I'm sending it, and they never sent it, and then had her waiting for it, and then it's like, oh, I didn't get it. It was like, well, I sent it. Well, you didn't get it? No, I'm sorry, I don't know. But then the next time he said, well, next time you see me, just pull up on me, and I got you double. And then when she pull up on him, then he should have hit her with the double fist, donkey tongue, bam, bam, both on top of the head, bam, bam. Because who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? What's wrong with you? He already gave you tickets that he didn't have to give you. And then you also told him that you gonna take another dude to the movies, and then you want him to pay for your snacks. Why can't that dude that got to the movies for free pay for your snacks? Man, it's all twisted and convoluted. It's like, it doesn't make any sense at all. But I don't know what's wrong with these hoes, man. Hoes in their mind, they're just, and it's not all women, because all women ain't hoes, but it's just the hoes, because I think they just got too much come on the back of their throat, and it causes them to have some kind of disillusion, a cum-illusion. That's what it is. A cum-illusion. It's too much cum in their throat, and it's too much cum in their stomach, and it's too much cum on the walls. They have a cum-illusion, and they don't know what's really going on, because it doesn't make any sense at all. C's, man, what's wrong?
I mean, hey, man, it's like, to do some shit, like, y'all gotta stop trying to get over it. Like, y'all just want shit. It's crazy. It's crazy seeing how women do dates. Like, the last few weeks, we've seen dumb shit with the bitch lying, right, in court, the court case. Now we see this shit happening. So bitches are delusional. Bitches are trying to get over. And it's like, stop. You're not meal tickets. We're not meal tickets, man. We're not. So
Some of these niggas are.
I'm not.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. There were some people online saying she was wrong for asking for the tickets. I don't think she was wrong for asking for tickets. Like if the date was already set up and you got the tickets already, like he already purchased the tickets, I don't think there's nothing wrong for saying, well, can I use the tickets instead? I'm cool with that. Now I'm gonna say this: a real bitch would have taken her homegirls to it if she liked the nigga, if she had interest in the nigga, would have took her homegirl, her sister, or somebody, a friend, to the movies. But the fact that you told this nigga you taking a grown ass man, like at that moment, I'd have been, bitch, you got me fucked up.
Flag on the play.
Exactly. Because you taking a grown man to movies that I'm like, so he finna just go to this movie for free. And now you ask me give you money for snacks and stuff when you've gone for grown man. Ladies, man, let me tell you, man, this is the issue men have with y'all. Y'all be want to treat niggas so differently, man, but y'all want to do it in our faces. Y'all literally would be like, yo, I'm gonna make you have to give me $100, but this other bum ass nigga ain't got to do shit. And then y'all do that shit in our face and expect us to still give you the $100. Like, no, this is the reason why the game is so fucked up. Because there's so many of y'all basically playing in our faces to the point we like, what the fuck, you got me fucked up? Like, I had a homeboy tell me, like, is that your price? Or is that your price with me? You know, because if you just trying me like that, hoe, nah, I ain't like that. But if every nigga got to give you this just to talk to you, cool. At least I know, hey, when I go to Six Flags and I want to get on the Batman ride, guess what, Roseanne sees? I got to pay this ticket. And guess what? Well, no matter who come, they got to pay that same ticket. You not finna play me like that, shawty. Like, I'm over, you like, bruh, I'm still flabbergasted by the fact that you even felt comfortable asking for money to get snacks at the movies when you just told me you taking a grown ass man with you. Like, you really had no respect for this man. Because even if you wasn't fucking with him, y'all, like, ladies, even, like, most women, even if they don't fuck with you, if they got respect for you as a man, it's certain stuff they just not going to do unless you're just stupid, Rose. Like, some hoes is just stupid nowadays.
They gonna do it. This ain't gonna tell you they gonna do it.
But that's what I mean. They not going to just be that blunt with it and just say, yeah. Because some of y'all hoes out here will ask a nigga for $200 and say it's for your light bill to bail your nigga out of jail. A nigga who ain't got a job and a nigga that don't make no money. Like, that's the problem with some of y'all hoes. Like, I really feel like some of y'all hoes pussies broke. I really do. Man, bro, I'm going to say this, and this is all I got to say about it, man. I remember watching the movie CB4. And I remember, I think her name was Candy Alexander. That was the main black bitch in the movie, the one that everyone wanted to fuck, the dark-skinned bitch. And these young hoes was like, you a hoe. Like, they was basically calling her a hoe because she basically was getting all the money from all these rich niggas in the movie. And she said, bitch, when you can take yourself to a 5-star restaurant, when you can buy yourself a Rolex, when you can pull up in your own nice car, you's not a hoe, you just a businesswoman. And if all you get is some bubble gum and some dick from a nigga, you's a trick. Like, that's really the truth. Some of y'all hoes don't know how to play the game. Some of y'all, all y'all get from some of these broke niggas is just dick and bubble gum. And then y'all want to go to the other side and be like, yo, I'm going to be an actual 304, a paid 304. Because we ain't got no problem with the 304s. We love the 304s. But y'all want to be a paid 304 with other niggas. And then we got to see that them niggas, the ones who actually know the game, because some niggas don't know the game, the niggas who know the game, when they ain't going for it, now y'all want to get mad and have an issue with them niggas. Nah, man, you can't have your cake and eat it too, man. Make a decision. Decide what part of the line you want to be on.
It's not cake and eat it too. It's cake and eat it too.
Hey, take that bitch, eat it with you too then.
Yeah.
Moving on to the last topic of the night, y'all. So, some of the stuff that these hoes do is stuff that you can't make up. You'll see this shit in cartoons, man. So, speaking of cartoons, Cartoon Network, which me and I think C's had a final thoughts on it early this year about they officially shut down. We're going to give y'all our Mount Rushmore. And for those who don't understand, Mount Rushmore is just 4. We're going to give you a Mount Rushmore of Cartoon Network shows. seeds. What's your Mount Rushmore, and why did those 4 shows make your Mount Rushmore for you?
So before we were coming up with the topic, this is one I wanted to do for a while. Shout out to MGH. I think this would be one where he would really shine well with it, And we as a group, as a crew, in a group, we always talk about different shows we grew up watching, back in high school, middle school. Something we got all in common. With that being said, I did the little sub segments, so it's like Adult Swim, Boomerang. Is that included? It severely changed my answer, and I really had to pick. I only got 4, so I got to pick different areas. So I'm gonna go with Space Ghost the Coast. I remember that shit came on late at night. It was just some wild shit I'd never seen. I'm like, it's a talk show. This was before I even knew I liked talk shows, or late night talk shows, a spoof. And it was just so much random stuff going on with it. And the antics, it kind of like, made some of my, how my comedy is now. What I like, what I find funny. And the spinoffs, because it was like, nigga, Space Ghost, Coast to Coast, nigga, like, they brought rap in early. They had rappers on there early in the show. And then they gave birth to Adult Swim and all the spinoffs and all the different shows, man. And I want to say, I think the guy died a couple years ago, but the voice of Space Ghost, and it's like to have something come back, because I think originally it was either a show or a comic way back in the day, and they brought it back and changed it, switched it up. Second, man, I'm gonna throw it back, man. Technically, it's Flintstones, man. I gotta go with fucking Flintstones. That was my favorite from back in the day, man. Flintstones. This next one is really a toss-up, and it was hard for me to do because there's so many shows dude made, but I'm actually gonna say this one is its own right, because it was different from everything else he did. And it kind of set a tone for cartoons, Samurai Jack. If you haven't finished the entire series, I would say watch it. It comes full circle. They finally wrapped it up a couple years ago. And there's an alternate scene with the video game too, so you can look that up on YouTube. And then lastly, man, I really just gotta go with my favorite dude. My favorite Courage, man. Out of all the other shows I could have listed and named, I'm like, maybe I picked it because it touched a certain segment, but I gotta go with I definitely go with Courage Cowardly
Dog. So you say Courage Cowardly Dog, Samurai Jack. What's the other 2?
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
And fourth one
was Samurai Jack. Flintstones. How the fuck can I?
Yeah, Flintstones.
I used to always watch that on repeat, man. Saturday morning cartoons. Watch that, after school, all that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I have 2 of the same that you have. I have Courage Cowardly Dog because I feel like that was one of the first cartoons that kind of like would scare you. Courage Cowardly Dog. There was a lot of episodes that I just recently was on TikTok, and it said 5 of the scariest moments on Courage Cowardly Dog, and it was like the one with the girl playing the violin, and she turned around, her face was fucked up. There was another one with just the talking head. It was another one where they're in the middle of nowhere, and it's basically like it looks like scarecrows or whatever in the middle of nowhere. Like there's these weird looking men. Like there was a lot of episodes where it was just kind of just scary. It was a dog. Like Courage was a dog who was scared, but he would always save the day for Muriel. And I think the dude name was Eustace, and he was just always an asshole. But like as I get older, it's like his character was kind of dope or whatever to an extent. Probably one of my favorite episodes might have been when Muriel was like a kid, and he had to make the mac and cheese. And he just kept making the mac and cheese over and over, and then finally when he got it right, she got the mac and cheese and just threw it in the nigga.
I hate macaroni.
Yeah, I hate macaroni. That was a very funny episode. Muriel reminded me actually of my grandma watching that watching that show so much, man. So Courage was just
not to interrupt, but he was like really one of the valid crash outs. Like he always, when Courage crashed out, it was justified.
Yeah, exactly. And then you said Samurai Jack, man, and I feel like the coolest theme song to any Cartoon Network show was Samurai Jack. Like Samurai Jack just had a cool theme song, and it was just so funny because it was just the show was based off of, basically, for those who don't know, a samurai from like the 16th century, 17th century, like, you know, who was basically in this future, like this 2025 future, or this 3025 future, where it's robots and shit and all this apocalyptic stuff going on, and all he got is his sword and samurai skills, and he's battling robots and demons and all this other stuff. Like Samurai Jack was definitely a cool show that kind of laid, like you said, to lay the foundation down for a lot of other shows that kind of wanted to have a main character that was just going to be fighting a lot of the times. And Samurai really did not even talk that much, to be honest. It's not like the show was built on Samurai Jack doing a whole bunch of dialogue. It was other people was talking, and Samurai would just say a few words of like some samurai wisdom, if you say. But a lot of it was based off him just fighting and just cool fight scenes. So Samurai Jack was definitely dope. And when they basically, like you said, when they decided to renew it to kind of finish the show out, it was definitely cool when they finally brought it back and they finally gave the show some actual closure. I can't think of the name of the demon that Samurai Jack was. Aku. Like there was actually one episode where he tried to kill Aku, and Aku basically was like, yo, you can't kill me, dog. Like, this is going to be forever ending. Like, that was actually kind of dope. Samurai Jack was a great show. The two you did not have, I'm a little surprised you didn't have this, but this show kind of was like, it's your taste. And I guess me having two siblings, you know, Rose might be able to understand this. A lot of times when I watch a lot of shows, if I ever saw a show that had three characters, I would always picture myself like, who am I? Who is my two siblings? And Ed and Eddie was just that show, because Ed, the short one, he was always trying to get money. He was always trying to come up with a scheme. Then you had the other Ed that was smart. Then you had the other Ed that was just dumb. But he was the one that had the balls to do ridiculous ass shit. Like Ed and Eddie was my show, man. You had so many other characters, like the dude who always talking about, you know, the goat shit. The little, I guess we call him Arab nigga, he had a goat. You had other kid who be talking to this plank. You know, you had the little, I can't think of the sisters, but then it was like three sisters. That all liked Eddie.
They were sexual assaulters. They were literally.
And I want to say this: am I the only one who thought Ed, the smart one that had the little hat? There was times I thought that nigga was either a girl dressed as the nigger, or that nigga might have just been straight up gay. Like as a kid, I was like, that nigga ain't right like that. But it also was a show that made me be like, I want to have a fucking jawbreaker.
Nah, Jimmy was a fucking fan.
Yeah, goddamn.
Like straight up like this.
But I also wanted to have a jawbreaker because of the show. It's like the way they, like the whole purpose, it seemed like most episodes was them trying to get enough money to get a jawbreaker. And the jawbreakers was bigger than they fucking head. Like they actually would finally get the jawbreaker sometimes, and like literally it would be in their mouth, and then their cheek would basically be bigger than their head. It was like that shit was always kind of crazy to me. I don't expect no one else to have this show. You didn't have it. I don't expect Rose to have it, only because it's a little bit after his time. But to me, I love this show, and it just had it had an amazing twist at the end of it. Codename Kids Next Door. I love that show. I love that show. It was such a great show. It was basically like kids being spies and, you know, battling adults. And then you find out at the very end of the series that the, you know, father that they've been fighting the whole time is number one's uncle. So, and his dad used to be a codename Kids Next Door. And their grandfather is his actual grandfather. And that the uncles and their father's kids is his fucking cousins, and apparently they was like some secret divert team. Like they was part of the codename Kids Next Door, but apparently they went undercover and got hypnotized by this nigga. And then there was another episode where I want to say 5, the black girl, there was an episode where she found out this dude that she kind of liked. He turned, I think, 14, or 13, so he wasn't a kid no more. And it was like kind of sad just to find out apparently there's like an adult level of the Codenames Kids Next Door where they go undercover. And like he, in the episode, basically kind of told her that. It was just a lot of little stuff like that was going on. And it just kind of made you just like, yeah, man, the show was just so good to me. Like in terms of how they did a lot of the dialogue, a lot of the character structure, all the people on the team had a purpose. That was probably like out of all the shows, my favorite show because it made a lot of regular stuff. It gave it meaning in terms of the spy world that they had, man. So those would be my 4, man. Courage the Cowardly Dog, Codename Kids Next Door, Eddie and Samurai Jack.
Yeah, man. Good shows, Vertizi. Good shows, C's. But I was when you said one show, you can't say one without the other. When you say Flintstones, you can't say Flintstones without entering the Jetsons.
Yeah.
You can't say one without giving them the Jetsons, man.
You know which one was better?
The Jetsons. The Jetsons was better.
You're wrong, sir.
Right, the Jetsons was 5.
You're wrong, sir. You're wrong, sir.
The Jetsons was better, man. But shout out to y'all boys, man. Y'all did some good shows. I remember watching some of those shows with either with my kids or with my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to MGH. So I got some shows now that was on Cartoon Network, but I don't think they were Cartoon Network shows. But I know they was on Cartoon Network, and I used to watch them. So I'm going to name these shows. I got 4 of them. Mount Rushmore. In no particular order, but Tom and Jerry.
Oh, man.
And lots of them got something to do with animals. So all my shows got something to do with animals. I must love animals. But Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, classic, man.
Tom and Jerry. Like just watching Tom trying to get Jerry and Jerry keep blanking him out, and you know what I'm saying? Tom and Jerry, man. It's just it ain't too much to say about it because it really wasn't even no words in Tom and Jerry. You just watched it. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, if you watch it now, you can put your own words on it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, sucker. I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Just Tom and Jerry. Just Tom and Jerry, man. Another one, man. That's how some of these suckers do. And so that's how they told be like, when you ask them a question and you keep it real with them, they be like,
Scooby-Doo.
Everybody want to act like they Scooby-Doo now.
I would say this. Some of the sandwiches that Shaggy used to make, I used to want to eat that as a kid. Like, them sandwiches would be like this. Like, if you can't see me, but they would be basically a foot long, bro. They would be big as hell.
Yeah, man. Scooby-Doo, man. Like, all just Scooby-Doo to this day. You can still watch Scooby-Doo, and they still making Scooby-Doo movies.
So can I ask y'all a question? Because most of the cartoons, I don't think the cartoons I had really had movies. Both of y'all named cartoons with movies. Flintstone movies or the live-action Scooby-Doo movies?
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
Oh, which one?
Yeah, which one? The live-action Flintstone movies or the live-action Scooby-Doo movies?
Live-action Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, the live-action Scooby-Doo, especially when it was Scrappy. Boy, that nigga Scrappy was one of my favorite niggas.
But the fucking movie, the actual
animation
movies,
yo, I ain't gonna. I think Scooby-Doo still killing it.
Yeah.
Cause my favorite one was the Halloween one.
Yeah, so Scooby-Doo. Another one with just animals, man. When bring me some crackers, man. So Looney Tunes.
Okay.
Looney Tunes. Like I said, I don't know if these are Cartoon Network shows, but I know they was on Cartoon Network.
It's got to be some type of deal because remember what was the Hanna-Barbera and like all them we grew up watching them.
Yeah, Looney Tunes, and then you could just break them off like the Animaniacs, like all that. I consider all that Looney Tunes because
Animes ain't part of Looney Tunes. You ain't finna. I was gonna give because I was gonna give them Looney Tunes and Baby Looney Tunes. That's why I thought it was gonna go. You can't get Animaniacs because they was part of I think Cat and Chicken or Cow and Chicken. You know, the Animaniacs was part of something else, man. They wasn't part of Looney Tunes. They was part of something else. I can't remember what show. No, the Animaniacs was part of Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, they're that universe.
Oh, that was that universe.
Matter of fact, one that lineage is. I'm gonna talk about it after this.
I thought all that was because it was still kind of the same kind of
thing.
They
ripped off the Looney Tunes, but they wasn't part of their universe.
Okay, so but they ripped it out, but it was kind of like the same kind of.
It was.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying Looney Tunes, just Looney Tunes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like Looney Tunes, like you know what I'm saying, Donald Duck, and you know what I'm saying. They had the. Remember Donald Duck had their show and the Ducks, man. All that stuff, like, man, these Looney Tunes, man. I consider all that.
You can't get Donald Duck too, man. You can get Daffy. You can't get Donald Duck. That was that was Disney, bro. That was Disney.
Well, I don't know. I'm confused. I'm just thinking animals. I'm just thinking animals. So my bad.
This nigga trying to take all the cartoons. See,
if you was an animal, you was a duck.
Right. He was LeBron James in cartoons. He trying to make a super team.
Yeah. So if you was an animal, you were Looney Tunes. He's a Looney Tune.
Next thing he said, "Hey, Pinky and the Brain too, y'all."
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're animals too.
Yo, and then Pinky and the Brain come to network.
If it was an animal, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Yo, and you know what? Pinky and the Brain didn't come on Cartoon Network. It came on the WB.
Yeah, it came on WB.
Yeah, so, but yeah, like I said, man, I don't know, man. Looney Tunes, man, just Looney Tunes, man. Looney Tunes, and then another one I can still watch it to this day, and I remember watching it with my little brother, man. Teen Titans, man. Teen Titans, man. And that's my fourth.
We talking about the original Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go. Yes. The original one.
Both.
Yeah,
we just say both.
Yeah. I remember Teen Titans. I guess I'm thinking Teen Titans Go probably.
Have you seen some of them scenes, bro?
I'm thinking Teen Titans Go.
The one that was more loony. Or the one that was more serious.
I'm thinking Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans Go.
Go, okay, cool. I ain't really fuck with Go, but the original Teen Titans cartoon, I love that. Have you
seen some of the scenes in
Go? But it might be
because they don't fight crime in Go. Go is just them just doing dumb, silly shit.
But it's.
But that was on Cartoon Network, right?
Yeah, no, both of them was Cartoon Network.
Yeah, so
both of them was Cartoon Network.
So I'm thinking Teen Titans Go.
Okay, then.
Teen Titans Go. Yeah, I'm thinking Teen Titans Go. That's one. That's the one I'm in my head because when they always doing all kind of stuff and then the devil come out or daddy come out like, oh yeah, I need you to do this. Yeah. Teen Titans. Yeah. Teen Titans Go. Yeah. That's one. Cause I remember watching that with my kids and watching it with my little brothers, man.
Yeah. It's definitely Go then. It's definitely Go. About
Teen Titans Go.
The original Teen Titans, your kids probably ain't really seen that.
Like Teen Titans Go. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, Teen Titans Go. Because the main character was Robin.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go. Yeah. That's I think that's my 4. It could have been more, but I also remember like it was one my pops used to always watch Cartoon Network like and this is my dad like so I remember him watching Cartoon Network. I used to just watch it sometimes with him, but I remember him watching Cartoon Network with my little brother and they just sitting on the couch watching Cartoon Network. I come in the house and that's what they doing watching Cartoon Network. I remember that was their thing, man. I don't know if that was his thing, but I just remember they used to always do that, and that's some of the memories, some of the good memories I have of my pops. You know what I'm saying? Watching Cartoon Network. You know what I'm saying? Especially with my little brother when he was younger and everything. And I'm a teenager, just doing my thing and coming home and they watching Cartoon Network, and I come here. You know what I'm saying? High as a kite and sit there and watch it with them sometimes too. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna list some shows real quick, man, and you can only pick one because we gotta wrap up, y'all. But these are some of the shows we did not mention: Dexter's Laboratory, Adventure Time,
loved it,
Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, The Amazing World of Gumball, Cow and Chicken, Justice League, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Regular Show, and Ben 10 and the Batman animated series. Like, out of all those shows, like, what's the one that you feel the most torn that you could not have put on your Mount Rushmore?
Probably the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy because I've been seeing a lot. It's between that and Ed and Eddie because I've been seeing a lot of their clips about episodes I forgot about lately. But I'd say probably
Only one, bro. Which one? Which one?
definitely Grim. Grim. It was an underrated show and it really originally wasn't supposed to be a actual show. So
Yeah, for me, I ain't gonna lie, man. Dexter's Laboratory, man. Because I love that show. Like when I made my Mount Rushmore, I was torn that I couldn't put that nigga on it because he even had like that was one of the first cartoons that had a side show in the cartoon with like Monkey Man or whatever. And Dexter's Laboratory always had funny episodes from when he grew his beard to when he learned French. And the girls kept saying, "Can you say it again?" And his sister, Dee Dee or whatever. And then the mom,
Say it. Can you say it? Say it again.
Yeah, say it again. And the mom was just.
Can you say what he said?
I think it was like something like omelet or something like that.
omelet do for mom.
Yeah, omelet do for mom. And then the mom was just thick as hell too. And that's probably why a nigga like thick bitches, man. Because so many of my favorite cartoons, the bitches was thick in it.
He telling a lie. He don't even like thick girls.
I mean, hey, it's easier with my belly to fuck skinny bitches. But I love a thick bitch, here and there though, man. What's the one show out of there I named that you just torn that you could not have had in your mouth?
Well, I'm not really torn about any of those shows that I couldn't have, but one of the shows I used to watch my little brother or my kids was Ben 10. That was a good one. Ben 10 just. And then it had if I'm thinking it right, they had a lot of seasons on Ben 10, and Ben 10
went on for a while,
and it evolved to different things. But if I can't remember it right, but I would say Ben 10 probably. But I can't just talk about Cartoon Network without just throwing in Nickelodeon, man, because Nickelodeon has some good ones too, man. But we ain't gonna get into all that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We ain't gonna get into all that.
I was about to ask, like, you got a Mount Rushmore for Nickelodeon already?
Yeah, not right now.
I was about to say, because I gotta take time. I feel like that's even hard. I gotta sit down and think. If we go do Cartoon Network, we gotta go Nickelodeon too. Don't worry, y'all. There will be an episode where we give y'all our Mount Rushmore Nickelodeon. And just know the correct answer is the greatest Nickelodeon show of all time is Hey Arnold. That's the correct answer for everyone.
Wrong.
What about we ain't
gonna get into it.
I'm gonna name some ones that really foundational ones that really
No, we're not gonna get into it.
No. I'm just the ones of it. Freakazoid. Was different.
We on Cartoon Network.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Freakazoid.
You already named your audible missions.
Nah, like. In the back, honestly, Cartoon Network is killing the other two niggas out here. Cartoon Network killed y'all. Sorry, they just dominated. Fuck it.
You know why, bro? Before we move on, that's because the other two didn't just focus on cartoons. They had live action shows too, man, with actual adults.
Nigga, it's in the name, cartoon.
Yeah, of course they're gonna kill the cartoons.
Yeah, but
that's what they do. That's like Baskin and Robbins. Of course they're gonna kill all the ice cream places.
But when we do Nickelodeon, we didn't do Nickelodeon cartoons.
Not no goddamn Ned Disclassified, which I love that show. Not no Drake and Josh, love that show too. And it's just the cartoons.
And we'll do Disney Channel soon too. We'll do Disney Channel soon.
We'll talk about the abuse y'all went through. Speaking of Nickelodeon.
They got paid.
Speaking of Nickelodeon, quiet on set.
They got paid.
Hey, final thoughts, season Rose.
Shit. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Hey, I had some quote from that show that stuck with me as a kid. I forgot the damn quote, bro. Hey, take care of yourself, man.
Yeah, man. So, like, I already gave my final thoughts. Like, just remember my pops and coming home and watching him and sitting in the back and sitting on the couch and watching him and my little brother watching cartoons together. And he's an old man. Well, he wasn't an old man, but he was probably my age now watching Cartoon Network. You know what I'm saying? And just wilding out. And that was before it might have been before Adult Swim. You know what I'm saying? So, but just watching Cartoon Network, and my little brother sitting there next to him, and they just living life, and I'm just living life, and me and my other brother just living life. You know what I'm saying? Just shout out to that, man. That's my final thoughts, man. It's just Cartoon Network. If you ain't, I think it brings everybody back memories, either good or bad. But most of the Cartoon Network memories are probably gonna be good for you because it was from your childhood, and everybody, most people's childhoods when they were watching cartoons were good times, man. So just remember the good times and forget all the other times. And
unless you had an uncle that was a little too touchy.
Yeah, then you need to forget that too and go talk to somebody.
Yeah, man. I was chilling this week, man. I got an email. And it's crazy because, I forgot that they even do this. And I was like, man, it was 16 years ago since this happened for me, man. Back on October the 13th, 2009, I got my Eagle Scout. And for those who don't know, in Boy Scout, that's an organization, the highest rank you can receive is Eagle Scout. And there was so many things about Boy Scouts that I enjoyed. Like, it was something that me and my brothers could do together where we was allowed to just go camping, meet other people. And one of my closest friends, one of my best friends in the whole world, I don't even meet him if I don't join Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts at the time. And that's MGH, It taught me valuable life lessons like to be resourceful, to think on my feet, to use what I have. It allowed me to build bonds with, other people. There's people that I was in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts with that periodically that tell me happy birthday. I tell them happy birthday. And I saw a picture of all of us recently, and it just reminded me like, man, I was so close to them guys. It was one of the first interactions I had with white people where it was like, damn, man, white people really ain't that bad. Because coming from where I come from, growing up and where I grew up in the neighborhood I grew up in, you didn't really interact with that many white people. I didn't really have that many white people in my elementary school. Like, that was the first time I was around a lot of white people. I was like, damn, this ain't really what I thought it was. and I'll just say this right here. Like, I remember when I had my Eagle ceremony, because once you get your Eagle Scout rank, you can have a ceremony. And this just lets you know how close me and MJH was. I could have had a lot of people be the MC of my ceremony, and I actually had him be the MC of my ceremony. And I remember I told him to do it, and he agreed to do it, and he did a wonderful job. And this is us at 17, 18 years old. This is him 17 years old having to be the MC of a ceremony in front of adults and other people our age. And Boy Scouts is something I would promote to anybody. Like, if you got kids, girls or boys, I think them joining the Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts is something I think is amazing because they're big character and you have lifelong memories. And especially for Cub Scouts, if you're a parent, it allows you to spend time with your kids outside of their day-to-day normal routine, man. So, in the words of Airbnb Rakim, peace.
Yeah, man. Y'all can catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic, and I'm back quiet. Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.